I am racist.
So idiot, for
And
real.
you are an
idiot. No,
I
I'm
am
not.
racist, and I'll say that to the whole entire world.
Good day, everyone, and welcome back to the Clever Report. It's just really Peter Clever. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you'll be notified anytime I drop on that video. So, a bombshell dropped a few days ago around the world. A clip of a Cinanabon lady, Krista Wilson, a Cinanabon employee that was actually, she was using the N word basically on some Somali people that came to patronize the establishment and everything. There was an altercation. The media is trying to, as usual, paint all white people as racist, but nobody's trying to look at the other side of the story. What happened before these people started filming? What is this culture of, immigrants or minorities always trying to film, especially white employees, anytime they are having any altercation with them, trying to paint them as all these bad people. Yes, I'm not condoning the fact that she was hurling racial slurs at them, but we are not seeing the full story. And the media is just running with, what is going to create clicks and everything, the normal narrative of white people are actually racist and stuff. There are many, many points to get to this. The fact that white people no longer care about being called racist. Racism doesn't have the power it has over white people for a very long time now. It doesn't have the power anymore. They don't really care because people have been using these, adjectives, racist, misogynist, anti-Semitism, anti-Semite, to actually stifle conversation, to actually censor people, especially white people. So their back is against the wall now. They don't even care. They don't even care. Some of them are even going overboard with it. And I don't blame them at this point because you've actually suppressed them, trying to make them feel white guilt for a very long time, trying to make them pay reparations for, crimes they didn't commit. So it doesn't make any sense. So I want us to watch the clip of what happened, the various angles of the clip that is online. Then I'll give you my take on what happened.
I am racist.
So idiot, for
And
real.
you are an
idiot. No,
I
I'm
am
not.
racist, and I'll say that to the whole entire world.
Sexualizing your body makes you a better person.
Are you recording?
I'm gonna record you. Yes.
Do you want me to throw water on you? I am racist. That's nigger. I am racist.
So idiot, for
And
real.
you are a nigger.
You are an idiot. No,
I
I'm
am
not.
racist, and I'll say that to the whole entire world. Don't be disrespectful.
You ruined your life, by the way.
Oh,
Bye.
you talking about respect? You talking about respect? You are fired from this place, motherfucker. You're not gonna be working here.
Suck it.
Suck what? Look how you
Suck
fucking look
it.
like.
What's recording doing for you?
Just show me who you are for both.
Get the out of here. You painted your face. I remember you without your face. You can go and pretend to be 5 different people. I still know who the you are. Just because you put a bandana on your fucking head, does not mean you can come back and harass me.
Oh, how are you?
She came with a white bitch. She came back as a black bitch. Go paint your face somewhere else, you fat, fucking ugly, bug-eyed
Psycho.
Damn right I am.
Yeah, you need to
You
go
know
to
what psycho is? Psycho is, pertaining to the
No, you need to go to hospital. You need to get some help.
You can.
I can't. You're right, but I would. But I would.
Do it. Do it.
Wanna take that?
All right, firstly, the establishment, Cinanabon Bakery, actually put out a statement. They said, "We are aware of the deeply troubling video involving a former employee at the independently owned and operated Cinanabon Bakery in Ashwaubeno, Wisconsin." The Cinanabon statement said, "The individual seen in the video was immediately terminated by the franchise owner. Their actions and statements are completely unacceptable and in no way reflect the values of Cinanabon, our franchise, or the welcoming environment we expect for every guest and team member. We take this situation seriously and remain committed to ensuring all guests are treated with dignity, kindness, and every time they visit one of our bakeries." Now, I know people are rushing to the fact that she's racist and every other thing, but I dug a little bit deeper. There are people that actually said from the person that recorded the video, the Somali lady, that she was, she asked for more caramel and the lady just flared up and told her that she's going to burn her hand, but if she actually wants to get more, and then everything started. But there's another side of the story that said the husband of the Somali lady was actually telling the woman that she was sexualizing herself while she was wearing, and the lady actually hit back and said, "Why is she now wearing a hijab in the country?" And then everything went uphill from there. Now, I know there is more to this story. I know when it's not as if I just want to paint black people bad, but when this kind of thing happens, you cannot tell me this lady just woke up and is just having a bad day and saw some Somali people that came to patronize the bakery and then decided to start hurling racial slurs at them. No, I don't actually believe that. I know something must have happened. It doesn't excuse the fact that she actually said this, and it doesn't excuse the fact that she was, using the N word, calling them niggers and everything. It doesn't excuse the fact. But there is more to the story. I know there is more to the story. I genuinely think there's more to the story. But this brings to a larger conversation of why people being tired. Why people are tired of telling them they can't use a certain words. But my problem is that when white people use the N word, so to say N word, their lives are destroyed. But black people use the N words on each other, and the black people call white people crackers every day, call them Karens. This is the problem. There is one rule for one set of people and another rule for one set of people. If everybody is allowed, if nobody is allowed to be racist, then nobody should be racist. But the problem is black people are allowed to be racist towards white people. But white people are not allowed to be racist towards. Even white people are not even allowed to recognize a certain negative pattern. Recognize a certain negative pattern about black people. But black people are allowed to do this kind of things. So it brings to the different conversations. And let me tell you why this is happening like this. And she has raised over $100,000 in a GoFundMe set up by people trying to help her because her life has just been basically destroyed. What caused things like this, that when people make this quote unquote bad choices, they are rewarded with lots of money, especially from their kin folks, the white folks. It is because of the Camelo Anthony incident, the Shiloh Hendricks incident. Camelo Anthony, murdered a white Austin McKev, a white kid, stabbed the white kid to death. But what happened? No black person was even. Many black people were sharing on it. Even opened a GoFundMe for him. Paid all his legal fees, gave them money to buy a new house. And then white people are like, if I can say a word and my life is destroyed, but somebody that actually murdered somebody, stabbed a kid in cold blood, murdered the person is being rewarded with money, and there's no social stigma attached to what this person did. And you're telling me that my life should be cancelled just because of I said the wrong word. And in Big 2025, I don't even see why a word has this so much power over black people. I don't see why a word has. If somebody calls me an N word, I'll just laugh it off and be like, okay, because I won't behave like the typical stereotypic, conception of black people. I don't behave like that. So if somebody calls you an N word, you just okay, what happened? It doesn't affect me. You're not touching me. You're not beating me. You're not enslaving me. So I don't care what you have to say. And that component of this story is that they try to paint this woman as a magatard, as somebody that is supporting Donald Trump and everything. Because of the rifts between Trump and the Somali immigrants in the United States. They're trying to make it look like Trump sends this MAGA lady to, who are racial slurs at these people. But lo and behold, this person was an abortion supporter and an abortion merchant, a strong supporter of Kamala Harris. So, the media tries to sell you one thing. They jumped on the story. People like Harry Sisson, on the thumbnail, putting the MAGA hat on the lady, trying to portray this woman as a strong Republican. That's actually, this is the talking point of Republicans, trying to paint them as all racist and, inconsiderate people. So in my own opinion, I just think the two parties are some way wrong. These are just two people that were just having a bad day. But the problem is that if the roles are reversed, nothing will happen to the black person. If it was a black person wearing racial slurs at a white person, that is the problem. And this shows you that white people no longer care about being called racist. The word has no power over them anymore. So black people should just find a way to try and coexist with white people, because people no longer want their lives to be destroyed for saying the wrong things. Yes, she said the wrong things. Shiloh Hendricks said the wrong things, but should that warrant their life to be destroyed? But white people, black on black crimes is rising. Camelo Anthony took a white life, and nothing significant is happening to him. His family was raised millions of dollars, and they had to move into a new house. So if there was no Camelo Anthony incident, there won't be any Shiloh Hendricks incident or Crystal Wilson incident. in this case of the Cinanabon late. So this is, this is a effect of the Carmelo Anthony incident, where black people rallied around Carmelo Anthony and protected him, despite the fact that he was a murderer. So I don't see I don't have any issue with white people riding around these people for just saying the wrong things. So I don't want speech to be criminalized. I want people to, say what they think. The franchise has the right to terminate their job if they think this is, antithetical to their policies. But I don't want people to be cancelled just for saying the wrong things. That's all I'm going to say about that. So make sure you like, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you'll be notified anytime I drop another video. I love you, but God loves you more. Peace.